There we go. Good morning. It is the day, September 2nd. And we're here to do some tarot. Everything sounds good. Cool. Taking a deep breath. We have our coffee. We have our water. We have our decks. I think I really only wanted to use one of my tarot decks today. But I'm going to be using two different oracle decks. Let's think. And we have to use a different scene because technology is being very silly. Here we go. That's good. Where's my range of motion here? Understood. We have our good vibes cup to date. Our protein and cinnamon. Cinnamon is very important. And let me tell you why. One, it's good for your metabolism, for sure. Used in spiritual rituals aimed at invoking divine favor, pleases the gods. Protection, love and passion, prosperity, success, healing, rejuvenation, psychic abilities. All good things that we're going to need for a tarot read. I might need to turn this down just a smidge, just so I can think. A lot of deep breaths today. Lots of deep breaths today. I hope you are feeling it very well. And I think we'll get into it. I do want to start off with maybe pulling a rune stone or two. The bones are rattling, so I'll have my handy dandy little cheat sheet. We're still learning these things, you know? There was a site that I really appreciated. Where'd you go? We'll try that. Okay. Feel free to engage with the chat. Let me know how you're feeling today. I want to see if I can't pick up on any patterns right off the bat or synchronicities to see how truly collective this is. Because I know I've been feeling some kind of way lately. A lot of tests, I guess. We did just start like school again. So we're getting into the academic testing of sorts, but I think we're also going through the spiritual test, and not in like anything harsh or critical, but subtle, super subtle. Little tiny patterns that keep showing themselves to us in a, well, it could be this, but really, at the end of the day, there's still an underlying lesson. I don't like that word that much in this context. Blind spot. Something beyond that blind spot. feel electric today. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm feeling electric. Too? Okay. Interesting. I like how these are almost the same. There we go. This is what I wanted. There we go. Dagas. Awakening, certainty, illumination, completion, and hope. And it was. Pretty sure we got this last time too. Movement, progress, trust, and change. I feel like these should have been more like flipped. No. I like that this one came out first and this one second, because really another theme that I feel like we've been picking up on is completion of a level. Like completion of a cycle. And now it's time to step into the next level, the next portion. And it's really about taking the abilities and the tools that we just collected and learning how to utilize them to progress. That's the theme I'm picking up on. Because it's like, all right, we did it. Now we have a new challenge to face. And it might even be going back to a level, possibly. Like I said, there's like a blind spot or some kind of pattern that we're missing on. But now we've got what we need to continue. So, where do I want these? There. I hope your morning coffee or tea is delicious today. Mine's doing good. I said it is the start of the Burr months. And because of that, we're going to use the Halloween Oracle. I used this last time too, but I just think it's such a great deck. Very encouraging, very well written. The book is. The art's cute too. And plus we've got these cute little bats and cats. And pumpkins and brooms. I think I want to do this in 2 separate parts. We're going to do the collective energy as of right now. Right in this second. And then a what to expect. So I kind of want to make this not a little bit shorter than last time. Unless I have anyone in the chat that wants to ask a question, I can do a quick little draw for you. By all means, get those questions loaded up because I am more than willing to help you on whatever journey it is that you're needing guidance on. Tell you what, I did like a little mini pool before my stream yesterday, and quite interesting because it talked a lot about staying present, staying mindful, really looking in yourself. Like, is this really what I want? Is this really what I feel like I need to be, want to be? And then it's almost like it gave me two different answers. Because I remember the last card the most because it was Masquerade. And I know a lot of us have, you know, to put on a certain face during certain situations of our day, even. Not even just our lives, but just the day. We're constantly shifting face. And that can get really exciting. And at a certain point, I know that it gets confusing and it gets exhausting. But know that every face that you put on is still a version of you. And it may not feel cohesive, but at the end of the day, it's you. And that's what makes you you. I think we're at a day and age where we struggle with our individualism just a little bit. Everyone's constantly looking for themselves, and it's like, well, why look when you are? And I have to remind myself that too, I guess. That's a good little practice what you preach moment for me. Nope. Hey, that's really funny that I was just talking about blind spots. I'm almost certain we pulled this last time too. I don't remember. That was 2 weeks ago. I'm a new woman. Do want one more though. Because this is the collective energy of where we are right now. And I've been slow going. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that. Maybe because it is the changing of the seasons and we're entering the end of the wheel. And it's almost time to start hibernating and really closing up shop. Staying indoors. Really getting cozy with it. Really embracing the hearth. Getting ready for the cold months. Alright, come on. Let's knock. Hello. Yeah? You keep popping up a lot when it comes to this deck. Also, my camera angle is a little wonky today. I might have to fix it here in a second, but no, that checks out for wanting to do something quick, sweet, and to the point. I do think that it's really nice that we get dawn right after darkness, because guess what? That's literally what happens. We're feeling like we're at the end of a level, and now we've got a new day, a new lesson, a new journey. Or we're returning back to a level with our new powers, our new tools, to get all the hidden secrets. Like, oh, we couldn't get here before, but now we have this cool thing, and we can go back and complete this chapter, get some closure. I think that's what it is. It's all about closure. Wrapping up, show's over, show's ending. I think the last time we came to the theater, we got up before the credits were over, and now we're watching the end credits and we missed something. That kind of vibe. I feel like you. Oh my god. That's really cool. Why is it seeing? Why is action? Alright, that gave me goosebumps. But like actually, and I only have one fan on because I've been getting really cold lately. It's not even that cold outside yet. I think our low is like 68 degrees and I'm so hyped for it. Okay. What I love too is on the 7th, we have a full moon. We also have a full lunar eclipse. So I love that she's kind of peeping out here. This owl. Very important when it comes to messages. I mean, we've got 2 of them right here. So let's see what she has to say. Indicates the need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision. Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. So this is one of those moments where it's definitely like, make sure you've got all of your ducks in a row, all of your blind spots checked before you take action in something. I feel like there are a lot of ideas running through the mind right now and tons of different ways to execute them, and there's almost like an anxiety, and I use that interchangeably with excitedness because it creates the same like physiological effect. When you're really excited about something, you get shaky, jittery, rapid heart rate, and like just heavy breathing. Anxiety does the same thing, and we're trying to really shift our focus from a negative connotation to a positive one. And there are lots of changes with the seasons within ourselves. Like, we ourselves are coming into a new season, so there's a lot that we want to do, but don't overload yourself right now. Take it one step at a time. Just kind of play smart with it and see how you're feeling as you go. Continuously check in with yourself. So I really, really like that. I love that both of those owls popped up, and I almost want to get one more, because these are so like just intuitive, you know. Let's get one more. You're gonna get some good news from someone soon. You're gonna get news. Or you're gonna seek out someone. And I think that's wise to do. If you're feeling unsure about something, go ask your squad. Go ask the people that you trust the most to give you an answer. Even if it's something that you don't want to hear, maybe you need to hear it to help you find those blind spots. I think your friends are going to be your best asset right now. Your friends, someone that you trust. Because I do want to get one more. It's like we're getting ready to go on a journey. We're getting our bags together. We're getting our checklist down. The cauldron. Synergy and healing. I believe I've said this before. I've noticed that Collective is really on that whole healing era journey, which is great. I stand by it. I think we're at a day and age where we have the tools at our disposal to kind of work through certain things. And let me take a look at these real quick. I think this is really encouraging us, again, to kind of take all of those tools, all of those assets that we've come to understand, and really start putting them to use. Because it's not one thing that's going to fix it. It's a collection of things. Collection's a good way of putting it. Refuse to choose just a single rigid pathway when a variety of ways are there to be enjoyed and experienced. Don't streamline yourself so hard that you forget to kind of enjoy everything else that is around you. Resilience is being cultivated over time, and this means that you will be able to withstand any negative pressure much more healthily from the inside out. A lot of this healing journey does truly start within, that whole mental. You've got to be able to adjust your perspective on things to come into the same experience with just a fresh mindset, because that's, excuse me, what's making noises over here? Okay. We're thinking for a moment. It's really just, that just checks out. I like that. I want to pull a couple of tarot. I was really thinking about my neon moon, but I don't know if that's the one that wants to talk right now. We'll set these over here for now. Let's go ahead and use these anyway. I have the tools. I literally just said that. And this is for the collective energy as of right now. Let's look a little bit further in. Whoa, Nelly, I didn't ask for all that. Where are we right now? Just where are we? Help me. Well, this is kind of clear cut, at least in imagery. We're looking out of a shattered window. Wires is the equivalent of, hang on, I'm trying to remember. Can't remember. And then the Hanged Man. We're feeling stuck, for sure. I know I am. Almost stagnant. I'll get the book out for that first one, though. Just to double check. I almost feel like it should go in this order, but again, with those runestones, I feel like we were free. We jumped out that window, and then all the wires kind of grabbed hold of us, and it's like, oops, not so fast. You know what I mean? New challenges, new challenger. This is just really confirmation at this point. The worst kind of bondage that we could ever be in is the bondage of our own mental. It's hard. It's okay that it's hard. It means you're feeling something. You're learning something. Don't ignore it. Don't try to avoid it. Take your time with it. Me at me. Okay, we're in a spy movie now. Love that for us. Foresight, preparation, enterprise. Very cool. Sacrifice, release, and acceptance. Very good. I like that this card is heavily associated with like acceptance, as I think that's part of grief that I don't want to say ignore, but we turn a blind eye to. The biggest part of healing is understanding and recognizing our grief and letting ourselves grieve. And acceptance, I feel like, is one of those that really doesn't get a lot of recognition, because you think acceptance means you're done with it. No, not entirely. It just means you've prepared yourself to kind of start over again. Fresh slate, square one. Being at square one is never a bad thing. Being at square one is quite a beautiful thing. Blank canvas type. Hoarding, control, stability, conservatism. This one almost feels like a warning. Move forward with good intent. Because I think it's that negative streamlined thinking that's gonna keep repeating those lessons in front of you. Just a word of caution to once again check your mental going into this. You yourself could be the one setting yourself up for failure. You know, make sure that you are really feeling confident in how you're progressing forward. Not saying that everything's gonna go bad if you don't, but start in the noggin. What else do I see? What else do I see? Gathering information. Accepting what you can and cannot do. She's confusing me. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. I'd like some clarification on this Four of Zen. Again, I feel like that relates back to that whole blind spot thing. And just know that no plan, no execution is going to go completely smooth. There is... I feel loose thread comes to mind. And then that's going to bring us back to the cycle, so... What are you worried about? Hey, we got our queen again. And I think she represents too, like, again, just that counsel. Because she's not really of any kind of high-ranking position by societal standards, but she knows what she does. Be cautious, but be confident. we're feeling confident. We're feeling a little cautious, but we're not necessarily afraid to make that step forward. So I'm glad that that's where we're at right now. Hello. Who are you? Where am I? It's giving Star-Lord. There we go. Exploration, enthusiasm, and discovery. All we have to do is start looking. Cute. He's so excited. He said, I'm about to go on a quest. We're going on an adventure. Cool. So that's where we're at right now. We're getting ourselves ready to go on a new quest. And I think that's really cool. And I think it's perfect timing for where we are in the year. Very nice, very clean. Now, I'll take a couple of breaths. Drink your coffee. Drink your tea. Drink your water. Drink your energy drink. Whatever you got to do. I want to know what we can expect. Maybe not even in relation to this new adventure that we're about to go on, but where can we expect to go from here, I guess. I'll get one of these, and I think I'll switch tarot. No, I seen ya. Love that. Happiness in our hearts and homes. Again, coming into those colder months, that just checks out. Tending to your home, tending to your center, tending to your heart. I think we're all getting ready for our winter arc. And if that means like physical fitness and again, meditation, mindfulness practices, anything that's going to help keep you locked into you and what you're doing, really whatever's going to help you keep focus is what I think we're going to be focusing on. Straight up. I feel it in my bones. You. I see you. Aww. I think that that's really pretty that we have a fire and then it says creating through the ashes. That whole death and rebirth, the phoenix energy, you know, the ashes of whatever it is that we just have gone through and taking, again, what we've learned and creating through that. That makes me happy. I do love this pattern of like death and burning, respectfully, and then starting fresh. That's always good to see. Seeing completion is always like a sigh of relief, I feel like. Kind of want to get one more. It's really funny. Out of this whole deck, maybe this is trying to tell us to accept that there will always be blind spots. Nothing is ever going to go masterfully as planned. I do want to read, though, this just a little bit. Let's see what it's got for us. Letters of the alphabet. You're being asked to look to your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is conflict within your home and family, it is time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to trouble at work, know that protection is being given. Cool. That's good. I think that goes back into, the cards of the energy from before is, seeking counsel, really kind of looking at those threads. And reinforcing them to be able to move forward. You don't want to be in the middle of something and one of those threads snap. Preparation and planning. The Skull of Flowers illustrates that there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. I really appreciate that it uses again. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from, so we can build what we really want, rather than just settling for less. The Skull of Flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. That just feels good. It's just a feel-good card. Truly. I mean, look how happy it is. Look at those colors. Good colors. And I think I do want to use a different deck for tarot. So we will... Just because that's the energy. I don't know. I'm just trying to invoke a different kind of energy for this moving forward part. Hello, little book. So, with that being said, oh my goodness. All right. Let's go to the Weaver Tarot. Like I said, don't these just make you feel a little warm and tingly inside? Because they sure do me. These are my counsel. Steps to move forward with. Hello. Movement. Forward. That's what we're looking for. I'm glad to know that that's confirmed, though. You're not going to feel super stagnant for a super long time, I don't think. I said even just the act of coming back to square one is in and of itself movement, even though it feels like it's a step backwards. I mean, think about retrograde, though. You feel like it only looks like you're going backwards, but you are still progressing forward. And that's good. Because going back through that level, you can unlock a new aspect of that. And that in and of itself is still very new. Cool. Hello. Temperance. I know these ones are a little bit harder to see. Nope, it's you. Hello. And the Lovers. Cool. Let's do this one first, Chariot. Like I said, that one, confidence and knowing. Things may be overwhelming, confusing, and perhaps you are unsure how to make it to the light at the end of the tunnel. But you're being encouraged. Always. Always being encouraged. There's inspiration there, I feel. And just again, make sure, just be confident in these steps that you're taking forward. You might be scared, but be confident. Be confidently scared. This is also not a time for taking the easy path. You must be thorough and methodical in order to earn victory. This is not a journey for those who are not willing to work for it. That kind of checks out for everything else that we just kind of talked about. Temperance is really a card of patience, I feel like, in this space. Now is the perfect time to have a curious mind and to be open to different opinions and perspectives. Again, seeking that counsel. Rigidity in how we view people in the world around us is not a pleasant headspace to live in. None of us are perfect, and few of us are pure evil. Try to remember that humans live in the gray area and have compassion for people however you can. This card reminds us that what we know to be true may not actually be true, and you would benefit from detaching yourself from confrontation, drawing conclusions, and painting with a broad brush. Allow the possibility of harmony where you think none may be found. Here we go. This card also indicates that the plans you have laid are good, and the way you are approaching them without haste is perfect. Thank you. God, I needed that. I needed that. I feel like I personally am still like in the pre-planning era, but that does feel good to know that, like, hey, we're going in the right direction. We got all major arcana. That's wild. This doesn't always have to be a romantic connection. This just means your relationships with people. It could even be your relationship with yourself. It is another card of encouragement, asking you to allow yourself to be vulnerable and honest. So really kind of learn how to open yourself up to making those kinds of connections with the people that you want to be closer to. Because these connections and these people that you have in your life are going to see through all of the fronts that you put in over time. Like, it's inevitable. So don't try to control how you're being perceived. Something to remember about relationships is that there is always a life cycle. There will always be times of tension and then times of ease. And as the years pass, you will find that you will reach moments where aspects of the relationship need to die in order to move forward. This is replaced by a new freedom and space that brings new adventures. One must be curious about what the future brings and how they can explore themselves within the relationship. I don't think this is just about people either. I think, again, it's your relationship with yourself, relationship with the craft that you do, or just the thing that you are tethered to. I often think, again, the threads of fate, the red thread, the things that you use to weave your life, those are all considered relationships. So how is it that you want to connect to them? How strong do you want it to be? How do you want to fix certain things to be able to move forward? This, again, I feel like is pushing towards that council of people. Even if it's the people in your head. You know what I mean? Once again, it mentioned that life, death, life cycle. And we're in the middle of that right now. Which is very, very cool. All major arcana. That's wild. Almost want to get one more as a closing statement. Because, I mean, it's very, like I said, this is a very encouraging read. Very straight to the point. And I think that that's beautiful. Kind of let yourself take a deep breath right now and kind of just embrace that things are going to work out as they're going to work out. But maintaining, again, that connectedness to yourself is really what's going to help push it to the next level, I believe. That way you're not inherently feeling like you're repeating the same things over and over again. Because at the end of the day, if you look at it, you will be. For now and forever. But it's how you want to perceive those things is what brings that light and brings that joy kind of into it. Actually, how about this? Let's become awake. There she goes. Oh. Closing statement for us, please. A little token that we can carry in our pockets to keep us grounded. If I get grounded again, I'm gonna laugh. Rabbits, once again, are coming to mind. Look out for rabbits and ladybugs. The bugs. That's our closing statement. Oh. Reminds me of Encanto. Isabella. Alchemy's on the bottom. I really like that too. Maybe I just needed a hug. I like that the writing of this book includes some souls incarnate as humans at the same time to work out karma and share love or grief. Other souls will support from a non-human state, whether that be through a different creature, plant, or energy. You will be brought to your soul family in divine timing to help one another expand across this arc of evolution. Appreciate others in your community for who they are in their unique expression while embracing your own perspective. Support and encourage one another. Really, like I said, just really embrace that social connection that you have. I know it might be easier to say, I can do this alone, I can handle this myself. Support is never a bad thing, and it is okay to ask for help. You don't have to be direct about it, but again, when you are conscious and present in yourself, you'll pick up on things and it'll all start to make sense. So really just focus on you, focus on your people, and I think that's really going to help guide you into the next direction or the next step of where we're headed. I like that a lot. You're going to stay out for a minute. I'll put you, cutely enough, I'll put you on my Skull Kid statue, because that whole bit was about friendship. Wonderful. How are we feeling? I've got goosebumps again. And there is no fan on me. No fan. No breeze. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling that everything's gonna start making sense. You know, things happen for a reason. We're gonna look at the silver lining. It's really gonna become forward. Things are gonna come forward for you, for us as a collective. I'm glad that I could be here to share this moment with you. I'm glad we could kind of tap into this together and kind of learn and embrace it together. And I hope this helped. If you are ever in need of a personal reading, I am more than willing to do so. I do believe the email is available on my channel description. If not, I will post it below. And on that note, we'll have a little, we can get rid of that. We can have just a moment to kind of sit and recollect ourselves as we start the day. That's why I like doing these kind of early in the morning. Kind of helps set the tone for where we're gonna be. Also, little Easter egg here. What? I put on my oils as I normally do, and the one that I used, I've not ever picked up licorice, but all of a sudden, I smell licorice. Protection, warding off negativity, a boost. There we go. Very curious. And after the live stream is over, if you do come to revisit this, feel free to leave a comment too on where you're at in your journey. Because again, I feel like this was a lot about embracing friendship and community, building community. So, I'd like to do that with you guys. Just let me know. Let me know what you need. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Be good. Drink your water. Take care of yourself. Everything just fell. Maybe that's my sign. I don't think I've drank water yet today. I've had bean water, but no real water. Alrighty, friends. Enjoy your day.